in terms of like where I'd like my stream to go, I want to continue incorporating like psychology and like my education and like my social work, all of that into it. Because I think what you put out into the world matters, and that's the kind of energy I would want to put out there.
How did you discover streaming?
We just had to pause for the tentacle.
Yeah.
So I actually discovered streaming a couple years ago, and it was through League of Legends. I was watching League of Legends content, and it was with like, I feel like I didn't get into like the community of Twitch at that point, but I was like getting into the watching streaming and stuff, and that's how I like discovered it. So I watched like the big streamers like Pokimane and stuff like that. But that was the first time I told myself I would never be a streamer, and look where we are.
Yeah, now look at you. You're blowing up. So I mean, you're doing a lot of things right.
Thank
a
you.
Show.
We be trying. We be trying to act like we know what we're doing.
So what is it about streaming that interests you as both a viewer and a content creator?
Contrary to what I said in my first answer, I feel like it is the Twitch community that actually like kept me on Twitch. Like that feeling that you actually get to know people and become friends, and like it's changed my life in certain ways. And so like that's why I view, and that's why I like lurk, and that's why I'm like always on Twitch. It has helped me with my anxiety. Like, you know what I mean? It's like if you're ever feeling down on yourself and alone, just hop on Twitch. You'll find someone there who can cheer you up. You know what I mean? Or set your vibe straight. But yeah. And it's the same as being the creator. Like, I just want to have that for my own community.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think everybody's got that streamer that like they can watch anytime and like will immediately cheer them up, you know, like
Exactly. And it's like you don't even have to talk about your day. It can just help you forget. It can help you de-stress from a hard day at work. It's like everything, and that's what I love about it.
Let's talk about the stream, the future of the stream.
Okay.
What are your plans for it going forward?
That's a tough question, because I feel like I don't know yet, but it's happening already. Obviously I want to grow my community more. I want to branch out to different games. Like from the beginning, I've been like, I'm a DBD streamer and a League of Legends streamer. Yeah, I've never streamed League
I know,
of Legends.
I've been waiting for you to play League of Legends so I could actually like, because I've never played League myself, but I feel like if I was gonna watch it, you would be the kind of person I would want to watch play it, because you're very like not toxic, and so I feel like
it's the same on League of Legends.
Yeah, see, so that because I've heard a lot about League, even though I've never actually played it. Yeah,
it's a pretty toxic environment sometimes. But yeah, I really want to play it. It's like an anxiety thing. I am close to getting over it, I feel. I also want to stream Minecraft and things like that. I tell everyone, like, I love Pokemon, but I've never finished a Pokemon game ever. And I think it would be epic to play my first full playthrough Pokemon game on stream. Like, wouldn't that be epic?
Yeah, that'd be great. You could make it like a let's play and like literally just have everybody, you know. Yeah, that would be great. Which one do you think you would play on stream? Like, which one was you? Because I know
tough.
you said what, Gen 5 was your favorite?
I don't know.
Oh no, I think you said Gen 1 was your favorite. I don't know. I got a lot of answers from a lot of people the other day, and
I don't know if I could answer what my favorite gen is, but the first Pokemon game I tried to play and didn't finish was Pokemon Gold version. So maybe I would do that one. But...
Sword Shield Duo stream. Hey.
Ooh.
Maybe.
On top of that, I think in terms of like where I'd like my stream to go, I want to continue incorporating like psychology and like my education and like my social work, all of that into it. Because I think what you put out into the world matters, and that's the kind of energy I would want to put out there. And then I have a growing interest in like Wicca and magic and witchcraft, and I'm starting that journey.
Me too.
I could actually vibe with my name. That's generally what I want to do. I want to continue cultivating the community and being like authentic and all of that. And I think the goals that I have will follow. You know what I mean? So I'm putting my faith and trust out into the universe. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. But yeah, that's my goal. At least right now. More like guideline. I don't know.
So yeah, this was supposed to come up later, but we can talk about it now since we're already here. How do you deal with tilt? Is there like, so were you always just kind of like, talk it out, like, you know, work through it, don't let, and just move past it? Or you had like times where you would like actually full blown like tilt?
Yes. The being able to like talk through my tilt and stuff is very new. I like when I played League of Legends, oh my god, would it get to me? People's comments, people being mean, people saying I'm bad at the game when I know I'm not. You know what I mean? I was taking all that stuff so like personally, and I was like attributing it to the game, and I was like, the game makes me upset. And it's like, no, it's the people who comment at you. And I think the biggest thing that changed my response to tilt is not replying to the trolls, like the people who say those things and like arguing with them, like, no, I am good at this game. Like, that's not gonna do anything. You know what I mean? So like, I've been there, I've gone through all of that. I've like had to take breaks from games and like whatever. But like when I was learning DBD and nurse and stuff, I also experienced that kind of tilt so much that I would like rage quit. I was the killer that DC'd, you know, because survivors were mean to me. It happens, you know, but like I don't remember if it was like therapy or if it was watching other streamers, but it's like, if you think of yourself playing as a Swift, it like makes it all make sense when I'm playing killer, because I'm like, they're literally me when I'm a survivor. I'm like trying to get all the cool plays, trying to get the pallet stuns, you know what I mean? I'm trying to get the flashlight saves, I'm trying to sabo the hook, and I'm like, when I'm killer, I'm like so mad at these people. I'm like taking it all so personally.
I don't do any of that. I'm just like, no, stay on the other side of the map, please. Go away. Let me do my gen. Like, I don't have a flashlight. I'm never gonna.
You'll get there, don't you?
I don't play Survivor enough to be worried about like making flashlight saves and stuff.
That's
like,
true.
I just, you know.
But it makes sense to me. Like a group of survivors, they're just trying to have fun. They're just trying to relax after a week of work. You know, it's Saturday. They're all the bros are hanging out, you know, drinking and playing DBD. See a lot of streamers do that on Saturdays and stuff. But like, if you are able to like acknowledge that you're feeling tilted and grumpy and annoyed that they're doing these things to you, you're having a bad game, reminding yourself that it's people, they're having fun, they're having a night out, whatever, it can help you know what I mean? And it's like, people can argue like, no, they are being mean, they're doing this and that, and it's like, but what is it? Not what does it matter, because it does matter, like, but like, what can you actually do about it? You know,
I mean, I don't know. I've had a couple games where I took somebody who was teabagging and like made sure they died, but you know.
well, that's different. I think there is a difference between survivors playing as a team and survivors actually bullying. Like, I've been bullied where I've been trapped in the game, they're not letting me leave. That happened on stream. That was one of those tilting times. I was gonna like end stream immediately, but I was like, their survivors must be having a blast because everything they were doing was working. You know what I mean? But like, don't keep a killer stuck in the game. Like, don't purposely not do gens. Like, that stuff is toxic. But like, what could I do? I was stuck in the game. I tried to like, I turned my music on. You know, like I didn't like sit there trying to kill everyone. I basically was like, okay, this is your game. Okay, so I'm gonna hang out with my chat. You know, I'm gonna turn on my music, turn my game volume down, and I'm gonna talk to chat while y'all have fun. But like, it's just those little things. It's identifying that you're feeling tilted, and it's doing what you need. Maybe your version of like stopping your tilt is taking a break from the game. You know, that's valid too.
Which
like,
is
for
what
me,
I'm currently in.
Yeah, like, but that's valid. Like, if that's where you're at, that's valid. But like, I'm at the point where I like saying those things helps me. Reminding myself that the killer is also a person helps me. And it's like, you just have to identify what helps you detilt. You know what I mean? Because some nights I couldn't play the game. You know, I had to stop playing.
Yeah.
But like, I'm happy to be at the point now where I can be like, okay, the survivors are having their survivor game. You know what I mean? But that's how I do it. That's how I do it. And it might not be the way for everyone, but that's where I'm at.
Hey, this is what I mean, everyone. Matt is like just super chill all the time.
I try to be.
You got it all like worked out, and you're just like, it's what I aspire to do when I start feeling like that. 100%. I'll get there.
Not
I'll
easy.
Get there. Yeah.
Like, let me just put it out there. Like, it's not easy to like remind yourself these things, or like to be compassionate in those moments. Like, you want to rage, you want to yell at them, you want to tell them how stupid they are. You know what I mean? But like, that stuff doesn't help either. Protect your peace. That's what I say. If you're swearing in the after chat and telling people to like kill themselves and like all those things that are horrible, like, don't reply. Don't do it. Like, it's not gonna help you be any more calm. Protect your peace.
Very
y'all.
true. Very true.
Oh yeah, switching from killer to survivor, I think, is a good shift. Jay, that's a good suggestion. Like, switching roles, or like switching killers. Like, if I have a bad nurse game, I'm gonna switch to hag.
Yeah. So what killer or survivors would you like to see added to Dead by Daylight?
On the recent survey, I voted for the Ring content, like the horror movie The Ring, Samara from the Well, and the blonde girl played by Naomi Watts, Rachel. I think that would be fun. That was from the list they gave me. If I had my own choice, I would maybe do something from The Conjuring, just because I love The Conjuring.
So who from The Conjuring do you think would be the killer?
I'm biased and would say the nun character from the second movie on, and then the nun got her own spin-off from the Conjuring universe. So like, I love the nun so much, even though it's not a very good movie, which makes me so sad. Or I think it could be the witch from the first Conjuring movie. I don't know if anyone has seen it, but one of the like, it's like this lady, the mom of the family, gets possessed by a witch, like a ghost witch, and she like slowly becomes the witch herself in her like appearance. And I think that would be a really cool twist on what a killer would look like, because I feel like it's kind of like the hag, but it's like it would like be like if a survivor got like possessed and turned into a killer. I think that would be
So
cool.
still like mostly non-monster looking.
Yeah, human-ish.
So kind of like the trickster. I mean,
yeah, maybe a little more like grotesque. If you saw the movie, you'd know what I mean. Like, it's like her face turned evil. It was weird and scary.
so when did you start playing Dead by Daylight?
So I started December, like Christmas time of 2019. I got it as a gift for Christmas. Yeah.
So had you like heard anything about the game before that? Like,
Oh yeah. Yes. Sorry.
so you'd like
I had heard of the game like years prior to getting it. And I think I told this story once before, but I watched like a cinematic trailer for DBD, and I think it's the one with Claudette and Jake. And like, I was like, this game is too scary. This is too much. That's horrifying. And I like didn't put two and two together that that's probably not the gameplay, but I was like, too much for me, too much. Because like I've tried playing horror games before. I tried playing Amnesia, The Dark Descent.
heard about that one.
Terrifying. Horrifying. Cannot do it. It's basically like you're in a haunted house horror movie, but you're living it, and it's too much. My anxiety gets too real. But I actually found out, or like I started to warm up to DBD when I started watching it on Twitch. And that's when I realized, oh, it's not that scary, and it's not the gameplay, and I could do this. Once I started thinking of it as cat and mouse, I was like, "That's okay. I can see why that game is fun."
I mean, it can be pretty scary if you're on Survivor against the stealth killer. But
When you start, like when I started playing, yeah, it was scary. I would be screaming all the time, and I feel like I still scream a lot when I'm Survivor if it's a stealth killer.
Was Nurse the first killer you played, or were
No,
you played?
actually not.
No. Who was the first killer?
I had been watching streamers for a while, and if people have talked to me about this before, they know the streamer I'm talking about is named Umbra. She's like god tier killer, and she's actually who I learned the Nurse from. But like watching her, I understood that the Nurse was like really hard and difficult, but I was like, I love the Nurse. I need this game. I need to play. And I actually got, when I bought the game, I got Hag DLC and Spirit DLC, and so I played those two. I was Garbo at the Hag, had no idea how it worked. Umbra does not play the Hag for some reason. She like hates it, so like I never saw the gameplay or anything. So I switched to the Spirit, and that was much more fun, and I was all like crackle phasing around. And then eventually I tried the Nurse, and I was like, if I'm gonna play the Nurse, I have to play her to learn. And that's when I started her. But that wasn't like, it was maybe a month into the game already. I was like, I guess I'll try the Nurse. But yeah.
So what was it that drove you to Killer? Like, did you start with Killer, or did you start with like Survivor? You went straight to Killer?
I went straight to Killer because that's what like enticed me to the game. Because like in general,
I guess if you were watching a streamer that was playing Killer most of the time, then that's probably
yeah. So I was really bad at Survivor for a bit because I never really watch that on stream unless it's, I don't know, a group maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know. Groups are more fun to watch than a solo queue Survivor, I guess, on stream. I don't know. That's my personal opinion. But but I choose Killer because personally, I have this like weird like interest in villains and like evil. Like all of the Disney princess movies, like I'm always rooting for the villain. I always love their magic. I love the power. Usually their motivations aren't so cruel and evil, but like,
yeah, I feel like in the older movies, in the newer movies, it seems like they're like
it's a little
legitimately
crazy.
evil, but
yeah. But it's like even with I think of any genre, Lord of the Rings, X-Men, I'm always rooting for the villain because they always have the super cool evil outfits and evil superpowers, and they don't abide by anybody's rules. You know what I mean? And so I feel like that translates to killer. Like, I love their power. I love that they have this like unique thing about them. And then the nurse just like fills all the slots. I love her sound design. It's so creepy. It fits with her lore. I am really into the blinking power. I feel like DVD really like brought that to life. If you know what I mean.
Bunny Cat, thank you for the host. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are awesome. I appreciate all the love I'm getting from your community, Matt.
Of course. Community will do community. Community gonna love.
So that's, I mean, I get that, because to me, like, I don't know, the survivors just aren't as fun, because once you have all the perks, you could literally play any of them and they all have access to the same perks. Like, but killers are always different because they always have different powers. Like,
and what I love is their add-ons can change the power significantly.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's really unique. Like, they didn't have to do that, but they did.
Even if some of them are completely like probably useless, like Hag's whole like adding collision to the phantasm traps thing, like,
yeah, it's like you'd have to learn a whole new way to play.
We already know who your favorite killer is. I mean,
yeah, I'm like, I love that.
But who is your least favorite killer?
I feel like that's a tough question. My least favorite, I think, overall are like the chainsaw killers. Most Bubba. I don't want to play him. I don't like playing against him. I don't like his power. But like, it's just more like, it's not for me. It's not like I don't think he should be in the game. It's just like, for me personally, that's not it's not gonna be on my range of killers that I play. I bought the cannibal to get barbecue and chili, and I only leveled him up to 35 to get barbecue and chili.
Yeah.
And I never played him once. So I was able to level him up and everything and not play him, but it just doesn't interest me.
So I know you don't play Survivor very much, but when you do, who's the killer you absolutely hate to play against?
I'll answer it without Bubba on the list.
Okay.
Worst killer to play against?
Like, least fun or just like
I'm like sad to say this, but I think it might be the Hag. I find her extremely difficult to outplay. If your whole team isn't working together,
yeah,
it's hard, because it's like, I know how to do some things against Hag. Like, if the Hag picks somebody up, I will go running around where I know her traps are, because it'll clear them out and she can't teleport while she's holding someone.
Yeah.
So it's like, I know that kind of stuff, but it's like, when your teammate runs up and unhooks you in front of a bunch of traps, you're like, God damn it.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do about this? You know what I mean? Like, you need your whole team to be on the same page. One of the strongest things against the Hag is healing, and I feel like I can never get a heal when I'm against the Hag. I'm like, help me! Somebody touch me! Heal me! But it's whatever. But yeah, she's difficult, and she's scary if she has her traps that like make sound and stuff. Like, I still jump when I run into one I'm not expecting or something. She is the most consistently hard to be against, and I find that frustrating.
Yeah, if you're solo queuing especially, because yeah, people just don't pay attention to anything. They just run up and they don't even think, hey, maybe there's a trap here. Maybe I should, like, you know, crouch more. I don't
Yeah, exactly.
So I can only assume it says favorite type of horror, but I can guess that it's like supernatural horror is probably more your jam, right?
Yeah, I'm not here for the gore necessarily.
Yeah.
Or I can't do zombies. I don't like aliens. But like ghosts and demons and stuff, like I get energized. That sounds weird, but
I like that stuff too. I just, yeah, like, I can see how some people like have problems with, you know, like things that could be real, like, because I know
Yeah,
that
exactly.
when I talked to Tim last month on the community stream, he said that the thing with Michael and him was that, you know, Michael could be just anybody.